all. Welcome to KKR Coders. My name is Madhu. Today I will show you how to create EC2 instance on AWS. So today's topic is, what are the topics I'm going to cover? I'll show you here. So creating EC2 instance on AWS and creating a security group and creating a key pair. So security group and key pairs is required to access the EC2 instance. So let's go to the EC2 AWS account and create the EC2 instance. The prerequisite is, before creating an EC2 instance on AWS, we need to have an account on AWS. If you don't have an account already, please go and create an AWS account. If you already have, please log into the AWS account. So here I have AWS account. I logged into my AWS account. Now let's go to the AWS account. I already logged into my AWS account and I'm on the home page. Here home page, so there is a, if you scroll down a little bit, you will see the all services section. In the all services section, the compute category, you see the EC2. EC2 is a service available in the compute section in AWS. So click on the EC2. When you click on the EC2, it will display to, or it will take you to the EC2 dashboard page. Here you can see the running instances if you already have anything. If not, it will show the number of running instances is 0. Now you want to create an EC2 instance. Click on the instances on the left side link. Now I clicked on the instances link. So if you want to launch a new instance, click on the launch instance button. When you click on the launch instance button, it will take you to the choose AMI page. These are the steps we have to follow. Choose AMI, choose instance type and configure instance, add storage, tags, security groups and review. These are the 7 steps you need to follow when creating the EC2 instance. So here you can select the different types of AMI missions available. You can select whatever you require. I'm selecting the Amazon Linux to AMI. If it is a free account, if you want to select only the free tier eligible AMI mission, then click on the free tier only missions, select text box. So now it will filter out and display the only free tier eligible Amazon AMI missions. Now I'm selecting the Amazon Linux to AMI, click on the select. Now we are in the second step. Here you can select instance type and how many CPUs you want and how much memory you need to have for this instance. Here I am selecting general purpose T2 small, CPU is 1 CPU and 2 GB memory. And click on the next button that is called configure instance details. Now we will go to third step. So here you can see the different configuration details you can provide for the instance. And number of instances, how many instances you want to launch using these configurations. Here I am going to launch only one instance, so I am leaving it as a default 1 here. And you can select the networks, or you can provide if you have any specific network, or you can leave it as a default networks, subnet and auto assign public IP addresses. So I'm leaving all the default details as a default, and I'm clicking on the next button, add storage. So add storage is when you're creating an EC2 instance, how much size of disk, hard disk you need for that instance. That is called storage here. How much storage capacity you require for this EC2 instance. So by default they'll provide a 8 GB of storage size. If you want to change, you can change here. Here I am leaving it as a default size and clicking on the next button called add tags. So add tags is we can use add tags to identify or group the instances. For example, I have more than one instances and I'm running some specific web services and I want to filter only using those some names as like a key value pairs, then I can use these tags. I can add a tag by clicking on the add tag button and I can provide a key name, and I'm providing the name as a key here, and value is my EC2 instance. So I added a tag called name, and value for that name tag, name key, is EC2 instance. Now click on the security group. So security group is kind of setting the firewalls that control the traffic for your instances. So here itself you can see the definition. Security group is a set of firewall rules that control the traffic for your instances, and you can decide what kind of traffic you want to accept for this EC2 instance. So you can specify those rules here. So there are two types of options we can select here: creating a security group and selecting existing security group. So now let's go with continue with the creating a new security group. So it will create the default security group, or it will create the new security group when you select this one. Now review and launch. In the review and launch, you can ignore these warning messages, and you can review the details of this EC2 instance. See the security group. Security group is created, launch wizard 1. That is the security group created for this. And security group details is it will allow the traffic from every kind of ports. And now click on the launch button. So when you click on the launch button, it will display the pop called key pair section. So here we need to create a private and public key to access this EC2 instance. Here have different options. You can choose an existing key pair if you already have, or you can create a new key pair, or you can proceed without key pair. If you proceed without a key pair, you cannot access this. So here we need to access this, or we need to log into this EC2 instance. That's why we need to create a new key pair. Let's create a new key. Select the option called create a new key pair. Now you can, when you select a create a new key pair, you need to provide a key name. What is the key name you want? You can enter here. I am giving here EC2 key. That name I am giving for the key called EC2 key. And once you enter the name, download the key pair. So you need this key to connect to this EC2 instance. Download key pair. Click on the download key pair and store wherever you want. So I'm storing this key in my workspace, and I have Kubernetes AWS folder. I'm storing in my AWS folder. Save. So now I downloaded the key. Now click on the launch instance button. When you click on the launch instance button, so scroll, you are in the launch status page, scroll down a little bit and you see the view instances button. Now click on the view instances button. When you click on the view instances, it will take you back to the instances page. Here you see my EC2 instance and along with its details what we selected. So now it is making it ready. EC2 is provisioning. So the initial status instance state is showing as a pending. It means it is getting ready. So it will take a couple of minutes, and once it is ready, it will change the status to running. Here, if you want to see the other details and you see the description, status checks, monitoring and tags, you can see. Now instance state is changed to running. That means instance is ready and we can connect to the EC2 instance. Okay, next step is how to connect to EC2 instance. So there are two options here. Either you can click the connect button here, or in the actions, click on the actions button and you will see the connect option in the actions. So either one you can click here. Now I'm selecting the actions, connect, click on that one, and it will display the connect to your instance pop-up. So here you can see the different connection methods. So first one is called standalone SSH, second one is session manager, third one is EC2 instance connector. So this is the browser based SSH connection method. Now I am selecting the standalone SSH client method. So these are the steps we need to follow to connect to the EC2 instances. So first step is called open SSH client. Then locate your private key file. So I already created my EC2 key file and locate that file, and you must not publicly viewable or for SSH to work. So you need to change that key file permission using this below command chmod 400 and EC2 key. This is your file name, that is a key file. After that you can connect to your instance using the DNS. This is the example command you can use directly. Before that we need to open SSH client and we need to change the file permission. Let me open terminal here. Okay, now so I am on my AWS folder. So let's display the files what we have. I have my key file which I downloaded recently. Now first step is I downloaded my key file, and next step is I want to change that file permission. So let me copy this chmod and execute the chmod 400 EC2 key. Now I changed my file permission. After that you can directly copy this example command. So this is ssh-i interactive EC2 key. This is the file we are using, the permission file, and connecting to EC2 instance as a EC2 user, and this is the DNS name for that EC2 instance. Copy this entire command and go back to your terminal and paste here. Now enter the S here to continue. Now I'm successfully connected to my EC2 Amazon Linux machine. So if you want to see where you are in Amazon Linux to print working directory, type the pwd command, print working directory. So you logged into the EC2 instance. You are in the home and EC2 user directory. And if you want to check what is the user you are using to log in, type the who am I, and you can see you logged in as a EC2 user. So, and second step is, now I already successfully connected to my EC2 instance. Now how do I terminate my instance? If you want to terminate your EC2 instance, go back to your web browser AWS account, close this one and click on the instances. If you are already in the page, go to actions and also go to instance state. In the instance state you see stop option, reboot and terminate. If you look at the stop option, so this will stop the running instance. It doesn't delete the entire instance image. Reboot means if you want to restart, then click on the reboot. Now in my case, this I want to terminate. So now click on the terminate. So terminate will stop and delete the EC2 instance. So if you are not interested to use anymore, so terminate the EC2 instances. That way you can save the amount. If you leave it on the stop mode, so AWS will charge the money. So here I am deleting, means I want to delete the EC2 instance, means I want to terminate it. Now click on terminate. Yes. So this has some backup image what we selected as storage. So that is called the root EBS volume. So we don't want to keep that volume data also. So S terminate. So it will delete the storage device for that which is attached to this EC2 instance. Now click on the S terminate. It will terminate that. Now instance state is changed from running to shutting down. It will terminate soon. Now let's go back to our Microsoft PowerPoint. Here what we covered. Recap. Learned how to create a EC2 instance. Learned how to connect the EC2 instance. Learned how to terminate the EC2 instance. So that's it for today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.